What's up, everyone? My name is Alan, founder and consultant at For Now Marketing, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be a Braze demo on catalogs and selections, the new kids on the block, part 1. Braze Catalogs and Selections, launched in early 2022, are the new kids on the block. Not all teams have met them yet, but for those teams that did, they know how cool these new Braze features are. So let's see what the hype is all about. First of all, let's define what a catalog is. So from the Braze documentations, with catalogs, you can reference non-user data in your Braze campaigns through Liquid. So catalogs provide a similar benefit to setting up a connected content endpoint where marketers can freely access data that don't live in the user profile. Except with catalogs, we need absolutely zero engineering resources. Creating catalogs is as simple as a CSV upload. And whether your company offers a product or provides a service, you have something to offer in the form of a catalog. Now, moving on to selections, once again from the Braze documentation. Selections are a group of catalog data that can be used to personalize a message for each user in your campaign. So after creating a catalog, you can further reference this data by incorporating selections in your Braze campaigns. Pretty much, you can further filter, sort, and limit your catalog data to create subgroups of your catalog, aka selections. And we especially like selections because they seem to offer a bit more flexibility than catalogs. More on this later and also in future videos. So for our example today, we are going to create a catalog of all the Braze certifications that have ever existed for your interest, knowledge, and historical documentation. And what I've created to get us kickstarted is a Google Sheets file, which is linked in the description below, that includes all the Braze certifications and some basic information about each of them. By the way, keep an eye out for a future post that explains each certificate with more details. But for now, let's quickly go over the columns that we have. So first, when uploading a CSV file to create a catalog in Braze, the CSV file must have a column called ID, spelled exactly this way, lowercase I, lowercase d, nothing else. And all the values under the ID column must be unique, and the values can only contain letters, numbers, hyphens, and underscore. And the way I created the IDs, they're pretty much the full names of the certifications, just with the underscores in between. So the column name is the full name of the certification. We also have exam duration in minutes, so how long you have to take the exam, the level of the certification, the description. It's a little bit longer, so I just truncated the column. The created date of the exam, which are not accurate at all. I just created some approximate timestamps for each of them. And the link to the image of the certifications. Let's take a look at one of them. That's what the tech review badge looks like. By the way, the two certifications that have weird numbers for them, this one right here and then this one right here, those two aren't technically exams, which is why they have weird values for these columns. But once again, more on this in the video that explains these certifications further. Anyway, my CSV file meets the criteria for upload. So let's go to File, Download, and CSV. Then let's go to Braze. And then we'll go to Data Settings, Catalogs. We're on this page. Create New Catalog, Upload CSV. And I'm going to drag my CSV from the Downloads folder. This is the most recent one I just downloaded into the Braze dashboard. And then we'll click Next Step. And then so on this page, for each of the columns from the CSV, we have to choose a data type. And the ID is a string by default. The name should be a string. Exam duration in minutes should be a number. Same with the level. The description's a string. Created date is going to be a time, and then image link is a string. By the way, if you'd like to learn more about Braze data types, please let me know in the comments. But even if you don't let me know, I will probably make a video about them anyway, so stay tuned. All right, let's click Next Step, and the catalog name also has the requirement of containing only letters, numbers, hyphens, and underscores. So let's name this catalog Braze Certifications. No description, and let's click Proceed, Process Catalog. And I've noticed that with Braze catalogs, you do have to give it a refresh after you submit process. Otherwise, you might be stuck at this page for a while. Might be something to highlight for the Braze product team real quick, but let's go ahead and refresh. And something looks wrong here. If we go back to the main catalogs page, our catalog has an invalid tag and it says something went wrong. Let's view error details, which says some item IDs have characters that aren't allowed. Item IDs can only include letters, numbers, hyphens, and underscores. So I used to be a teacher, and teachers always do this thing where they intentionally throw in a wrong example to see who's paying attention and who can catch the mistakes. So I purposely included a blank space in one of the ID names right here, which is what's causing the error. So let's go ahead and fix that. If you caught this error, awesome. If you didn't, that's not a problem at all. But I wanted to show us this example as I ran into this error several times when I was first learning to use Braze Catalog. So let's go ahead and fix this mistake. Feel free to fast forward this part where I pretty much just redo the last few steps. So I'm going to file, download CSV again. Let's go back to Braze. And I'm going to just delete this catalog just to be safe. All right, create new catalog. Drag this. Next step, once again, some of these are numbers. This is a number. Created date is time, and then we should be good. We'll call this Braze certifications, process catalog. And even if there isn't an error, it may still leave you on that forever spinning circle. So I'm going to refresh one more time. And awesome, I re-uploaded the CSV. Everything looks great, and we actually have a catalog this time. Now, how can I update this catalog? Well, we have a few options here. If we click Update Catalog, you see three options: Add Fields, Delete Fields, and Add Item. And there's actually a column I forgot to add, which is called Publicly Available, a true or false value based on whether the certification is open to the public. So I'll go ahead and click Add Fields. This one is called publicly_available, and choose Boolean for the data type, which pretty much just means true or false. And we haven't used this one yet. So now we have an example of all the data types. And I'm going to go ahead and click Add Fields. And to add a value to the new field that we just created, right now all of them are blank, you click on each row's eyeball, and then you click Edit Item, and then you can manually update the item here. And the certified administrator is actually not publicly available, so I'll go ahead and choose false. But if you have too many rows and it's too difficult to update each row manually, then another way to do this is to click Update Catalog, Upload CSV, and then choose the Update Items option. So we'll click Next. And then we do have to go back and revise our CSV and then upload that new CSV that contains the values for the publicly available column. So I'm going to go ahead and create publicly available. And I'll go ahead and add this new column and add the new values. And by the way, the order of the columns do matter as well with this upload. So if you're following along, make sure you're also adding publicly available at the very last column. But once again, tech review is false. This is true. Administrator is false. True. This is not publicly available. Digital strategist is available, and the rest of them, all the SDK ones, are available as well. Cool. And by the way, Boolean values, true and false, are both case sensitive. Keep this in mind if you're having trouble uploading this last column. If you're using Google Sheets, this shouldn't be a problem. But Braze accepts lowercase true and false values, which I know in Google Sheets they're all uppercase, but this should work fine. So once again, let's go ahead and file, download CSV, and then hopefully for one last time, what I'm going to do is upload the CSV that has the updated column values. All right. Once again, the refresh to see our final values are, so here we go. They are all there. So that is how you update a catalog that you just created. And now we finally have our Braze catalog created. By the way, keep in mind that you have a size limit of 100 megabytes for all catalogs in your Braze dashboard. Our catalog is pretty small, so no worries there. Awesome. So now that we have our catalog created, let's head over to the Selections tab and create some subgroups for our catalogs. So go ahead and click Create Selection. And the first selection I'll create is actually the All Items selection. And this is pretty much a subgroup that contains all the items in the catalog. So it's not actually a subgroup. However, catalogs only allow us to insert up to 3 items in our messages. So having this all item selection is a great workaround for that limitation. More on this later. The easiest way to grab all items in the catalog is to have absolutely no filter. So I'll get rid of this default filter. And the one limitation that we have here is that we can only grab up to 50 items, which should be plenty for most use cases. But if you have the need for more items and you can possibly spread out your items over multiple selections, please let me know in the comments if you'd like a video for that. That one, I may not make a video if there isn't a specific request, as that seems more of an edge case. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 50 so we can grab all the ones we can. And let's go ahead and click Create Selection. And then let's create another selection. And this time let's only select the certifications that are publicly available. So I'll call this one publicly available. And then under the filter settings, let's click Select the field, publicly available, operator is the only option. And the attribute here is going to be true. And this might be also another case where our casing matters. So let's keep it true in all lowercase. And for our sort type, let's actually not randomize, but sort by level. So I'm going to choose level in ascending order. So that way we can see the certifications from lowest to highest level. Lastly, let's increase our limit once again to 50 so we can grab all the certifications that fit this criteria and click Create Selection. And I think we are finally ready to see these catalogs and selections in action, which we will do in part 2 of this video. So to summarize, catalogs and selections give us the ability to easily create and access non-user data in our messages. And we believe every team has tons of awesome use cases for catalogs and selections. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video to see how to actually use catalogs and selections in Braze using Liquid. If you have any questions, please share them in the comments. We are happy to help. And if you learned something from this demo, please subscribe for more awesome Braze demos in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.